I want him to use me however he wants me to. God damn. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Jayla, and today I'm going to be doing a video I've always wanted to do, which is a tier ranking video. I've seen a lot of people do these, and I've just wanted to do one because they're always so fun, and I love hearing people's opinions and how they decide to put things where they do. So today specifically, I'm going to be doing a tier ranking video of the YA bad boys of our youth because there are quite a few of them. You know, actually, I realized that I don't read a lot of bad boy YA. Like, I didn't read those kinds of romances growing up. Like, I read some, obviously, or I wouldn't have a video to film, but I definitely did not read most of them. So I have a very small list of 16 boys here, if you can consider that small. And I think part of this video is just, A, Shadow and Bone is coming out tomorrow, and I'm very excited about this. The trilogy was meh, but I love Six of Crows, and the Grishaverse just has two of the most kind of bad boy YA characters there are, so I have them in this list, as well as many other YA bad boys. So let's just get into this list we got going here. We'll go through the categories. I only have 4. I want to keep this video kind of short, but I have Ruin My Life, which is just the guy who I don't care what you say about him, I don't care what his reputation is, I'll let him do whatever he wants. Like, if he wants me to run away with him, I'm running away with him. If he wants to break me, he can break me. I don't care, because he's hot, and that's kind of all that matters. And then If This Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right, which is just like a little bit below Ruin My Life. It's just, you know, I'm having a good time, and if it means that I have to break the law while I'm at it, that's good too. Then we have Stop It, Get Some Help, which is essentially, you're not terrible, and you have some cute attributes to you, but I mostly just found you annoying, and I think that your like emo broodiness is something that just you need to see a therapist, and I need you to stop being the way that you are. So yeah, they're not like the worst, but they're definitely not attractive. And then we have If I Saw You in Real Life, I Would Run Away, which is pretty self-explanatory, and I think hopefully you'll agree with my decisions about who I put in this tier, but we'll see. So let's get into it now. So first here we have Aaron Warner, who high school Jayla had a gigantic crush on this boy. If you don't know, he's from the Shatter Me series, and like if you kept reading the series, you know how his character develops, so you'll probably disagree with me, but at the beginning, he's pretty much just like a major bad boy, and it's very dangerous to want him because he's just the enemy, and you just can't do that, you know? So I don't really have any strong feelings about him now because it's been so many years, but if I were to put him in a category now, I would say If This Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right, because he's just, you know, he's just there. He doesn't need help. I feel like he got plenty of help throughout the series. Then we have Carson Thorne from the Lunar Chronicles, and I feel like he's like light bad boy, but he's definitely a lawbreaker, and he just bends the rules to his own way. So he's not like the edgy bad boy, and that's what I like about him. I like that he's a fun bad boy. He jokes around, he's very light, and I would just love to go on adventures with him, which is why he could ruin my life. But again, he's not really a character that would ruin my life. Then we have Damon Black from the Lux series, which is one of the few real like bad boy romances that I've read. This is another one that I read a long time ago, and I can barely remember anything about him, but I do remember him being extremely hot, very sexy. Those books were like low smut, but yeah, it was what I needed at the time. And so that's why I'm gonna put him, he was fine. I just thought he was annoying because he's very possessive, because he's like an alien, and you know how non-human people can be. You know how human people can be. I'm gonna put him If This Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right, because I had fun with him. He was cute until he wasn't. Then I have Edward Cullen, and look, I know that it's very obvious to say that he's like problematic and he's a creepy stalker, not to mention that he's like 118 or 19 years old or whatever. Full disclosure, I haven't read Twilight, so I guess I can't really speak to all that's wrong with Edward. I was a teenager in the 2010s. I know everything about Twilight that I need to know, and if there's a guy who's watching me sleep, he's like forcing me to try to kill myself just so that I can see him. I mean, okay, he didn't force her to do that. She was just on another level, but knowing what I know, I'm gonna run away from him because A, he's a vampire, And I know all of us think that we're going to want to fall in love with a vampire and it's going to be great and it's going to be dandy, but would you really? Would you really? I can't even have a phone call. There's no way I'm gonna want to talk to a vampire. I can't even sit on the phone and order a pizza. I'm not talking to a vampire. So I think that's all I have to say on that. I would run away. Then we have 4 from the Divergent trilogy. Again, that's a throwback. I read it in high school. He was okay. He definitely had some daddy issues, which were totally warranted. It's not his fault what happened to him, but I do think he needs to get some help. Mostly I just remember him as being very mean until he wasn't, and that's all I have to say about him. He was just kind of mean until he wasn't. Then we have Hawk Flynn from Blood and Ash series, however many books that's going to be, because I just found out it's going to be like 6 books, and that's just OD to me, but it's fine. So we have Hawk, and okay, full disclosure, he's kind of problematic because he always does this thing where he doesn't know how to let go of someone when they tell him to let go of him. But that being said, and the fact that he's, can't get into spoilers. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna put him in this. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right, because he's a fun time. I love the banter that he has with Poppy in the books. He's very snarky, but he's also really compassionate. And yeah, he's a bad boy, but he's a bad boy with a cause, and I think that's important to remember. Then we have Jace Wayland from The Mortal Instruments, and we're gonna just go ahead and put him in Stop It, Get Some Help, because this boy was so broody and so annoying. I really just don't know why people are in love with Jace. I find him just to be such a dull character on page. Okay, he's not dull, because he's really funny, and I really enjoyed, like, him and Simon would have very entertaining back and forths. But as far as to be in a relationship with him, I just did not care about him. And Stop It, Get Some Help, because that boy was so lonely that he was willing to date his sister. I think that says enough about that. So, oh, now our next one is Kaz Breger. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna put him in Ruin My Life. If there's one person on this list who would I should really be not okay with dating, it should be Kaz Breger, because he can't even properly show emotions. But Kaz Breger could break me. I don't care. I want him to use me however he wants me to. God damn. Realistically, Kaz should be in the Stop It, Get Some Help category, because boy has trauma. He really needs to see about getting that taken care of. However, I still don't care, and I think that he would spoil me with his riches because he likes money a lot, and I think he would take me on adventures because heist, and I think he wants to change and he wants to be better, and I can admire that. I'm not gonna kick you while you're down. If you're down, like, I'm gonna help you. So Kaz Breger, that's my guy. Then we have Malak. Okay, I'm gonna say this name wrong because Emily A. Duncan just doesn't care about accessible names. Malak Ash. That sounds so gross coming out of my mouth. Also, yes, I know that Emily A. Duncan is canceled. We don't mess with her. I did read this book before all that happened though, and so I'm gonna include him in this list. So we have Malak Ash, but I like to call him Malachis because it's way prettier as a name, and it just rolls off the tongue. So Malachis is from the Wicked Saints trilogy, and I hate that I'm attracted to them because he's like, when you describe him on page, he doesn't sound that attractive. He's just bloody. Bloody, and I don't know if I can say this, but eyeball-y. And so, yeah, I don't know. Personally, he's also a liar. Like, he lies a lot, and he's very selfish. I'm gonna put him in If I Saw You in Real Life, I Would Run Away, because I cannot trust that boy, but I am attracted to him. So it's weird that I'm putting him in this category, but like, that's just the way it goes. Then we have Noah Shaw from the Maradai trilogy, which is a trilogy that all of you need to read. I feel like not enough people read these books, but this is the Maradai trilogy by what's her name? By Marie? No, what's her name? Michelle. Her name is Michelle Hodkin. Anyway, it's a great series. It's like, and Noah Shaw is like this very emo boy. He is wholly devoted to the girl he loves. And if I'm looking for a relationship, yes, I want someone to be devoted to me. Like, he does not care about his own life, which is bad, I know. But if he only doesn't care about it because of me, then that's okay. It's really not. That's definitely toxic. But I'm gonna put him in Ruin My Life because I don't care. Then we have Prince Wrath from Kingdom of the Wicked, and if you don't know, he's one of the princes of hell, wrath, like the 7 deadly sins. I personally just did not like him. He was bland, he had no personality. He's supposed to be like big, bad, and dangerous, but he just didn't do it for me. So it's not that I would even run away from him if I saw him in real life, because I wasn't scared of him. But I do think he doesn't even need help. He's just there. But we're gonna put him in Stop It, Get Some Help anyway. Then we have Reese from A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I know you're all gonna say he's not a bad boy, but like, he's set up as a bad boy at the beginning, so he's a bad boy. I will go ahead and put him in. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right because it's very obvious. Like, I like Reese. He's a good guy. Next, we have Sam Lloyd from The Diviners, and he was fine. I wasn't attracted to him, mostly because he had bad taste in women, because he was in love with Evie from The Diviners, and Evie's such an annoying character. So, I don't know. Their relationship was fine. I have no feelings towards Sam. If you don't know, he's like a con artist. He's really good at stealing and stuff, which is entertaining. And he was funny too. I feel like he would make me laugh. I feel like it would be a good time. But he does have his own issues he needs to work through. We're gonna put him in Stop It, Get Some Help. Then we have Selwyn Kane, which is from Legendborn. So if you don't know, if you haven't read those books yet, you need to read them because I don't know what you're waiting for. I did not like him at first. He was such an asshole and just really too intense. But something changed by the end, and I don't even know why, because there's like a love triangle in those books, and I was really, really into the relationship between Brie and the other guy. But I don't know. I'm gonna put him, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right, because he was a good time. He came off a little too strong at the beginning, but he was fine by the end. And then we have the Darkling from the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which is going straight to If I Saw You in Real Life, I Would Run Away. Because if you like the Darkling, you need to see about yourself. You need to make sure that you're okay, because I don't know how by the end of that series you were still in love with the Darkling. I also don't imagine him to be that attractive, and maybe that's because I'm picturing Ben Barnes, which I know is a hot take. It's not that Ben Barnes isn't attractive. He was definitely attractive in like The Prince of the Caspian Sea or whatever those books are called. However, it's just a no for me. I don't know what it was. But anyway, Darkling's a psychopath, and he's dull on top of that, so that's why he's going to be in If I Saw You in Real Life, I Would Run Away, because I would be terrified that he's going to break my neck because he loves me. So yeah. And then finally we have Will Herondale from the Infernal Devices, and he's going to ruin my life because I love him and he is just so fun. I don't feel like Will would ruin my life either. I think he's more of just a happy-go-lucky guy, and he doesn't really, he stirs the boat. Is that what he stirs the pot? He rocks the boat? He does those things. But at the end of the day, he's just really a lovely guy, and I love him. And we did that in under 15 minutes, you guys. Okay, so this is my list. Let's not talk about how all these boys look basically exactly the same, because I guess black and brown boys can't be bad boys, otherwise they'd get arrested, because you know white boys can get away with literally anything. But these are all tall, dark, and handsome men, except for Jace and Thorne and Aaron, and that's why I'm not really that attracted to them in the first place. Like, disregarding that I put Thorne in Ruin My Life, but you know, whatever. I'm a hypocrite, it's fine. So this is my list. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the boys in these categories. Oh, also, yes, I know Hawk Flynn is technically not YA. He's a new adult romance, so he doesn't really count. And I feel like there's another one in here that I bent the rules on. But like I said, I don't read that much bad boy, like, romance. Maybe I don't know, it just doesn't butter my biscuit or anything. So that's why I had slim pickings for this video today. But please let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my rankings. I would love it if you tried to argue that someone doesn't belong where they are, because I love a good debate. So do that in the comments. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you here seeing my beautiful face. And what else? Do I have anything else to say? Not really. Oh, if you want to follow me on Instagram at LalaLovesLit, you can do that. And you can be my friend on Goodreads. Other than that, I think that now I'm done talking. So you can have a good day and go watch another video of mine. Bye.